Katt Williams is in the news. Have you seen anything? Or you haven't seen
attention to him?
No, it's been on everywhere.
I haven't paid attention to him.
Oh, yeah. It's been everywhere.
Because he's always negative.
But it's been everywhere.
He's funny. I love him to death.
Right.
But the last time I saw him, he was getting smart with somebody. You showed the lady that came at him. And he was,
that lady on the
side. In a good mood. So I was like,
Katt Williams is never in a good mood.
Negro, you need some help. But go ahead.
First of all, I want to start off by saying Katt Williams is funny.
Nobody's saying he wasn't.
No, that's what are we saying this?
Oh, okay, because Monique, Monique all gave her props.
Monique is funny,
but she just got needs some help.
Yeah,
go ahead.
So start off by saying Katt Williams is funny. Okay, so I have to give props where props is due.
Pimp down.
Yeah, anything involving a pimp,
he's good when he
plays. Anything involving a short guy or something.
When he plays as a character in a show, is good as well because he's in that character.
And he also plays guys that are stupid, even though he's a genius. He's smart. Mm-hmm. But he can play a dumb guy real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Katt Williams is funny. And he's always going to be controversial. But Katt Williams, in my opinion, is brilliant in the sense that he knows how to make people talk about him when he has something coming. So that must mean it's another special or something is coming.
This, though, we kind of catching on.
No,
everybody.
No, people know they haven't.
No, not everybody. But I'm catching on to
honey,
that some people are in the news for a reason, and then something does come along with their project.
I got
it. We said a few people.
I got it.
Not a lot of people, though.
But not the world. And the country.
No, not the world. But we mentioned it on our show because you say it.
Yeah.
Maybe they got something common.
Right.
And you got us all thinking that. And they do.
Some of us have got the Matrix. We understand it. We know we in it. And we understand how to navigate through it. Okay? We know there's gatekeepers. We know there's people that, can either build your career, tear it down. We know that how people think. We know that people have an attention span of about 3 seconds. As soon as another story comes, nobody's even talking about Diddy anymore. Mm-hmm. Remember, it was Diddy. And Cassie. It was Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. He'll never have another career after that. Will been doing everything now. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody remembering that he smacked Chris Rock. Mm-hmm. Or don't even care anymore. Where it was the biggest news in the world when it happened. We understand that.
Emerald did it, right? He's kicking off another tour.
Yeah. So
Katt, that's publicity.
Right. But Katt has a very high IQ in real life. And he knows that. So he knows how, not only does he understand how the Matrix works, but he understands how people think. He knows how they think. He knows what they do. He knows how they react to things. So how do I make the most noise in the little amount of time around the world of comedy? And that's to go after the most major people in comedy. Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, Rick Smiley, Cedric the Entertainer, Martin. Anybody that was huge, I'm going after them. Probably the ones that's passed on, I'll leave them alone. Bernie Mac's not here anymore, so I can't really go after him.
Here's my question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Why now?
Well, because he probably has a tour. He probably has a tour.
Because you could have did that last year.
Now, with that being said, I understand how Katt Williams thinks. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't mean that everything that Katt Williams was saying was not true. It just means that he finds the right time to say it, and he knows when to say it and what atmosphere to say it in. Some of the stuff he was saying wasn't true.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
How you know?
Because I can see with my own eyes. I know he wasn't. He says he runs faster than some. They were saying as fast as he ran, he was talking about how you could clock him or something.
Oh,
they were saying you would run faster than Usain Bolt if you ran that fast.
I thought you meant that when you said that. Of course, I don't believe that.
Right.
I'm thinking you saying something he's saying about these
Oh, that too. So we'll start off. Okay. We'll start off by saying, because you didn't watch it. He went on Club Shay Shay. Okay, Shannon show. And he went on there because he said that Shannon had these comedians. These comedians came on Shannon's show, Ricky and Cedric, and they lied, he said. And they brought his name up. So he said, I'm going to come on the air and I'm going to clear up this mess.
Why would they bring Katt's name up?
Well, let's talk about it.
Okay.
So Cedric the Entertainer, first of all, he was funny. He called him a walrus. Said his arms was like this. He could barely sit on the couch.
That's just me.
Going for the fat jokes. I got it, Katt.
Low-hanging fruit.
It's low-hanging
Short
fruit.
man, come on.
And Katt always goes for the fat jokes. I can find a million jokes that Katt does, but he's used to us going for him for short. Talking about doors being closed and all of this. My joke has always been with Katt Williams, no door would ever be closed for you because you're short and you can walk under them. I've always said that. That's always been my joke about Katt Williams. So, of course, you know everything.
No door's going to close for you because you can walk under them.
Of course, you know everything because you walk under doors. You're short. Or you can fit through the keyhole. So, I said that about him. I've always said that about him. Okay. Even though I love him.
Okay.
But that's always been my counter against him fat. If I ever met him and we was cracking on each other and he said something about my weight, you're walking under doors and sliding through keyholes. You're short. So, and he's used to that.
Okay.
That's short jokes. All right. Or the pimp thing with his hair. I would say something about his hair or something. You know what I mean? But anyway, so he said Cedric stole a joke from him. There's a joke that Katt Williams did a while ago that he's like why brothers act when they inside these like Cadillac DeVille's or whatever, these big kind of cars. And they get on the thing and they drive. They be all little in the big old car driving like this. And then he said, then the car, and he even did turning the ignition, doing the foot thing to get it going. And he made it where the car broke down. And you still got to look cool.
Oh, gosh. That's
so he's still walking up cool, lifting up the thing, checking everything. Still cool.
Okay.
Walk to the back of the car. He pushing the car. Cool. To get it going. Remember, you used to have to push your car to get it going?
Yep.
And then you run and get in the car. Then you get back on and you back on it again. So that's a funny joke. We all know that. All of us that was back in those days. Well, you remember Cedric the Entertainer did something similar in the Kings of Comedy. He talked about white people trying to build these spaceships going to another world. He said, we're going to be right there with y'all. Black people, y'all not leaving us down here on the planet.
Okay.
We're going to be with y'all. We're going to jump in our hoop. And then he said, we're going to be riding, trying to get up in there. Same thing. So he had the cigarette in his hand and they playing the music and he's stirring and stuff.
The car broke down and stuff?
No. That's why that's not the same joke, Katt.
It's not, Katt.
Katt, I know.
And we all ride in a car like this.
Do you know how many comedians I've seen sit on the stool and do the car with the music?
When she was even in the movie.
With the music and the steering the wheel. That's not the same joke, Katt. Now,
paranoid.
Was he influenced by you? I don't know. He could have been. Because I do comedy and there's a lot of people that I'm influenced by. I don't steal the joke verbatim, but they've influenced the way that I've told the joke.
Before you did that, saying that was an actual joke he told, we all can look at us and go, don't most people, when you're in the car, you doing this.
Right.
So you're doing a stereotypical black move anyway.
Right.
That's not your signature.
So when Cedric has always said, I did not steal that joke, but Katt Williams said he visited him before the Kings of Comedy. He went backstage, told him, I love that joke.
About him in the car and the car breakdown and stuff. Okay.
So there could be some there. If you're telling him because he made
it out.
Exactly. Because you went backstage and told him I love
that's like giving you've already get confirmation, Mr. Cedric,
that you saw him do it, you liked him doing it, and all of a sudden it's on the Kings of Comedy.
You messed up.
Now another comedian said Cedric did the same thing to him.
Oh, okay.
He liked his joke, and then he saw it on the Kings of Comedy. Similar. Cedric might take things, but in my opinion,
he'll make it his.
Okay. Somebody else was doing taking church songs and changing them in, taking secular songs and changing them into church songs.
My Lord says shoot, shoot, be-doo.
Shoot, be-doo. Sometimes you laugh and sometimes you cry. He said, why church people take all this? I've heard that joke a million times before Cedric did it.
Okay.
So does Cedric, I believe, take things from people and make it his own? I do. Mm-hmm. Do I believe that Cedric has things that's his? I do. Mm-hmm. Do I think Katt Williams was literally saying nobody thinks Cedric is funny? I think Cedric is funny.
Too. Katt, that's not good that you coming down on your brothers. You got some heart. You going through something. Because I get it when you stealing. Hey, kind of take ownership. I get it. I get the ins and outs.
Right.
The ups and downs. But come on now, dude.
And then he said, Ricky Smiley. He pretty much said the only career Ricky Smiley has is playing that church lady.
Didn't he talk about Tiffany Haddish too?
I agree with him on Tiffany.
He did talk about Tiffany.
I don't think Tiffany is funny.
I know, but he's talking about everybody.
I know. But
who is funny to him?
But he made a comment.
You're gonna burn bridges, my brother Katt.
Well, he been did that.
Oh, you're gonna be doing it all the rest of your life by yourself.
My thing is, he want
to do it with him.
He made a comment about Ricky Smiley, and he said that Ricky Smiley lied when he came on Club Shay Shay. Ricky Smiley and Katt Williams were both in Friday, the second Friday.
They sure were.
Ricky Smiley says that original part that Katt Williams played, Magic Mike or Mike something, they offered it to him.
To Ricky?
To Ricky.
He don't even fit it.
He said he came down there, he read for the part, and they felt he would be better. They would do another thing for him and make him the Santa Claus.
That stole everything.
And he said he agreed. He fit that more. Yeah. So he was fine with that.
Yeah.
But he said he had done some work with Ice Cube and he wanted him to play that Mike part.
Yeah.
And they wanted him to come. Him said he lied. Ricky said, I didn't lie. That is the truth.
Okay.
That's the first thing.
Ricky's pretty on top of it.
I believe Ricky. I'm sorry.
Lie.
The second thing was he said that Ricky Smiley pretty much wouldn't have a career if he wasn't dressed like that woman. The church woman, the dress, you know.
But I knew Ricky Smiley before he was the woman church lady. He was doing that.
We knew
like
him.
He was on some drug or something.
We knew him before that.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. And then a lot of people didn't catch when he said Ricky Smiley's son passing away. And then after he said that, he mentioned the word Illuminati, almost as if he sacrificed his son so that he can stay in the business. That I didn't like. And a lot of y'all who I love Katt Williams.
Why would he say that?
Because that's Katt Williams.
But what is that?
A lot of y'all love Katt Williams, but I don't like that.
But what does that mean? Help us
understand. A lot of people say the Illuminati. You know who the Illuminati is?
You say it, but
there's this group that's allegedly that is over the entertainment business. We said P. Diddy was in it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And that they are the gatekeepers. They're the ones that make sure who comes in and who goes out. And if you want to be famous, you almost got to sacrifice something to get to them. Whether it's a human or yourself, or they have rituals and things like that.
Right.
Okay, you know now, right? Okay. So he was saying that Ricky Smiley, when he mentioned his son passing away, the next line he said was Illuminati. And so for me and a couple of other people who picked up on it was that he was almost saying, you sacrificed your son. You had to do that in order to get what you needed to get. He kind of was saying a lot of these comedians sacrifice something, whether it was sleeping with somebody or doing something to somebody.
How would he do his son though?
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm trying to understand.
So people,
that doesn't make sense to me.
Like people said, Kanye sacrificed his mother. Like you got to sacrifice somebody close to you.
But how are you sacrificing them? His mom died under the surgery.
Well, they don't say.
That sounds like it's really weird how that's being said and thought through. It's almost like a spooky spiritual thing.
It's not a physical.
In some back basement.
Yes.
Take my son.
That's what they're saying.
That's weird. And if you're a spiritual person, Katt.
And he's saying it's, and not him, I'm saying people who say
I know,
it.
I'm just saying him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what he's pretty much saying. Okay. So when Ricky Smiley came out and addressed it, and he said, let me see if these people. Let me see. Because the Shade Room been following this thing for...
Yeah, that would be hurtful. So now I know you really speaking...
Oh, Kevin Hart. He went after Kevin Hart.
You're really speaking from a hurt heart.
Okay, so this is Ricky Smiley. He responds. Is this...
It's not on. It's not on the volume thing.
Oh.
Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for. I guess when Katt Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Because ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA, they said, hey, your role has changed. You're going to be...
Okay, so that was his first thing that he addressed.
Okay.
And then...
and then there was no contract ever that in agreement with the first Sunday movie, because that was a whole different production directed by who just directed my...
Now, Katt Williams went on to say that he put in his contract that Ricky Smiley had to be in a dress or was something like that, along the lines of if he was ever in a movie with him. And Ricky Smiley said, that's not true. That was never written in your contract because that role was really pretty much offered to me. I never auditioned. These are roles that people ask me to do.
So
I play a church lady. The person wrote the script and I thought of Ricky Smiley as the church lady.
Katt doing the same thing he don't like people to do to him.
Exactly.
Negro, come on.
Right. Well, the statement about Ricky Smiley is not funny. I've been sold out since 97.
That part.
Every single show I have done since 97, maybe not big arenas, but I pack up those theaters and have to add shows.
Now, I hate that Ricky Smiley had to even answer all this. He didn't have to, really, because you ain't going to see Steve Harvey and them saying nothing. But Ricky Smiley was like, so the only time I'm funny is when I'm in a dress? That's not true. I know Ricky Smiley as not being in a dress, and he's always been funny. He has his own stand-up.
So this is another wounded.
Hold on.
Like Monique.
You know where you've been, but you don't know where you're going. And you don't know who you're going to need. And I promise to God, if there's anything that he or anybody in his family, on his staff ever need, we'll be there.
Thank you.
Ricky Smiley.
That's the Ricky Smiley that I know.
Ricky Smiley pretty much said, I don't have no art against him. He said, I ran into him on the street a little while ago. He said he didn't say, all this didn't come out when you, like, I didn't know you was like hovering. He said, my grandfather was in the truck. He said, I said, hey, Katt, what's up? He said, Katt was walking to Starbucks. He said, Katt said, hey, man, grab a cup of coffee with me. He said, I went into Starbucks. While he was waiting on his coffee, we was talking, just talking. He said, hey, man, my grandfather's a big fan of yours. Go on outside and say hello. He went outside. He said hello to his grandfather.
Was he under an influence?
Well, we're going to talk about that later.
Because think about it, y'all. If they under something, they going to say a lot.
Hold on. So, Ricky Smiley.
That's what I'm saying. Don't sound like him.
Ricky Smiley pretty much said, if you still have an art against me, I don't know what it is, but I would love to talk to you about it. I don't have no animosity against you. I like you. I think you're a great comic. Let's talk. He said, because I don't want to harbor, Ricky Smiley. I don't want to do nothing to nobody that's going to keep me on the other side of heaven. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much Ricky Smiley. So he let the invitation out to him. You just heard. If you ever need anything or whatever, my door's still open. I have not closed my door.
He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is.
So
He sounds like Monique to me. He seriously sounds like a angry person who has a void that he needs.
There's a
You
void.
need Jesus, Katt.
there's a void there.
You are hurting and you are angry.
Yeah.
And now you pulling down everybody you've connected with.
But is he,
That's ugly.
or is that him saying, I got a comedy special coming out?
That's it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's
Katt, no, for you to see Ricky Smiley on the street and be like, what's up, man?
And
Come
then,
on
and
in.
then the next breath, he doing this because of this, because of this. You got a tour.
That's
Emerald, right. You
why
got a tour coming up.
None of the comedians, I'm telling you right now, and I wrote this on Facebook, none of the people who Katt Williams was talking about are angry because they know Katt
Publicity.
Williams.
Okay, you talking.
That's like us. Y'all see us, right? And we on here every day. Those of y'all who come in here and watch us every day, you kind of have a sense of how we think and how we talk
And how we gonna
how we
respond.
feel and respond. So if y'all, let's say we blow up and become real famous and y'all hear something. Girl, I heard Kim and Lenora. Girl, they was at the White House. Trump. They was smiling and cheesing and grabbing sandwiches off at the place that was going by. And when Trump came up to them, they was like, nice to meet you, Trump. You know what, Trump? Good you got in the White House.
You know what?
Some stability. It's like on The Color Purple. It's good to have some stability around here.
Yeah, look at some stability here.
Then we get back to our show. Did y'all see me telling him it was good?
You know what? Good acting, Kim. That was good acting. You're going to get you a Oscar for that one. Okay.
That's comedians know that about Katt Williams.
Okay, because I was
you
like,
talking all of that, and then when we see each other, what's up?
what's up, my man?
Hey man, what's up with you? Hey, yeah, you was doing a lot of talking on that club set. Man, you know me. I got a special coming
got
out.
a tour coming up, man.
All right, I got you, man.
Gotta make some money.
Man, I've been doing this, Katt. You know how long Katt be saying it. You know how long I've been doing. I got it, Katt. We know you. That's
But
how
you know
Michael
what?
Blackstone is taking him.
But they said it on The View. And here's the thing that we got to be real careful about. Even now we're in more and more and more AI and social media. The View, the beginning of The View, Whoopi and them was mad. Whoopi was for sure. They're tired of that kind of crap.
Yeah.
She said,
It's getting old.
don't put lies out.
It's getting
She
old.
said, people saying about me and Oprah.
Yes.
She said, I'm tired of it.
Yes.
And they're saying she on the list too. What was his name? She said, I don't go nowhere.
They made
Y'all
us
know
think.
me.
You know what I don't like about it? They made us think Oprah and Whoopi. And then when you go to the movie and she in it.
She said, Oprah went nowhere backstage. We ain't had no falling out. And you get tired of this though.
It's showbiz.
If it's lies.
Yeah, it's showbiz.
Now you can fabricate, you can kind of add with little truth that you do know.
Yeah.
And kind of build on that maybe.
Yeah.
But don't do lies.
But I think the reason why, go back to the Illuminati thing, I think the reason why Ricky replied is because of that statement. I don't know if Katt was blending the two. Maybe Katt, maybe wasn't, and it blended. But you said the death of his son, and then the next line was about the Illuminati. It made it seem like you were saying he sacrificed his son.
And that's hurtful.
And to me, that would warrant Ricky Smiley coming out and saying something.
Because
he didn't say nothing about that, but it warned him as saying, dude, I ain't got no issue with you.
Yes.
If we want to talk off camera, we can do that. But when you did that, you went beyond pitching your show.
You know, people take a lie.
These people have
and they
been,
will run with
let me tell you, these people on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, it don't take a lot to get Black people going.
It don't.
You don't even have to tell the truth.
Thank you.
And they will run with it.
Yeah.
Katt Williams tells the truth. Katt Williams is this. He's always honest. And I'm sitting here going, are you guys the dumbest boneheads? Katt does this every single time.
It's funny how
And then he talked about how the women, they all got the same women. They all in the Illuminati. All the women got these round heads. They all light skinned. He's with Hazel, who's a nut job from Love and Hip Hop back in the day. Katt has had women the same way. He's pitching a show.
Yeah.
And you guys fall for it why do y'all fall for the same thing every single time?
Here's the thing too. Why you gotta do that? Dave Chappelle don't have to do that. These guys,
because Katt Williams,
they don't need to do what Katt is doing
to
get people to watch your show.
He does.
That means you don't have a lot of people to watch your show.
Katt knows his audience.
Yeah, they're messy. They're messy.
You gotta know. You gotta know your audience. If you know you got an audience that likes mess,
yes,
and likes messiness, and likes, I'm gonna tell you this about this, or that's Monique.
Yeah, messy.
Monique has a messy audience. And that's why she can sit. That's why the women can sit in her audience and love everything she's saying.
It's almost like you amen everything they say because you are messy like them.
You messy.
That's like being that, like you saying, how can people go to churches with some crazy pastors?
Because you like
and they sit there and go, amen, pastor.
Now, I love Katt Williams. Katt Williams is hilarious.
Yeah.
But I am not Katt Williams' audience.
I am not either.
I wouldn't sit up and listen to albums all day on Katt Williams. I don't go to movies because Katt Williams is in it.
What?
I'm not his audience.
But look.
But he's hilarious. He's in the top 10 comics, if you ask me.
I think we're not a groupie kind of person for him.
No, we like him.
We like him. If he's in it, we're like, yeah.
And he's funny.
But I'm not going to...
I'm not
everything you saying in interviews. I don't stick to you like that.
Yes.
I don't like you like that.
And you messy.
Yeah.
Let's say Steve, he says, now this is funny. That's why I'm saying he's funny.
Everybody talk about Steve.
Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is a clown, like he said. But he's still funny. He talking about Steve Harvey said he don't want to be in no movies. He said, you don't want to be in no movies. Don't nobody want you in no movies. You tall, you ugly, you a clown. Nobody wants you. You acting like you the one got your pick of the movies. I don't want to do this. He said you the same one that had a problem with Bernie Mac. And I agree. Okay. Steve Harvey did have a problem with Bernie Mac.
He said that too. He said that.
Steve Harvey will be the first person to tell you, I'm a clown. I didn't like Bernie Mac. Yeah. I'm wrong, y'all. Don't follow me. As he puts his cigar and his hat on and goes on his yacht.
Or on his boat.
Yeah. Steve Harvey said, I don't give a damn what y'all think about me. Let's go to Family Feud. That's Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
He ain't never said he was nothing other than that. Yeah. I'm going to dance and tap dance. What's wrong with you? Steve Harvey is that guy that's on the plantation and the brothers is making too much noise in the back dancing. And he come back there, what's wrong with y'all? You're going to get Master mad.
Master going to get mad at us.
Now, he done sat here and let us have extra meat all week.
That's why he got mad at Monique.
Thank you.
Monique, shut up.
Be quiet. Shut up. Rocking the boat. Just take your Netflix check and get on out of here. The second time I asked, then you ask for some more money. Learn what you're supposed to do.
To be careful what we're saying.
Yes.
Master, get us.
But I love Steve Harvey because if I did that joke, he would laugh. Mm-hmm. And he would say, you're damn right. Now let me put my cigar in my mouth and go on
touching my money.
He said, I ain't sacrificing my check for y'all Negroes.
Y'all can be crazy all you want to. My 10 jobs I gotta keep. And he say that on his radio show.
As soon as somebody say something about me, y'all believe it. You think I'm going to sacrifice my check for y'all Negroes? Heck to the no.
But you said Katt said what about?
But Katt's funny. Talking about Steve Harvey live.
His hair.
He said his hair was fake.
Well, we knew that in the Steve Harvey show. He had a fake fade because it was cut really
He said you got all these Negroes thinking they
really
get their hair like that. And it's fake. It's a unit. He said unit. That's why Katt Williams is one of the funniest people in the world. He didn't say wig. He didn't say toupee. He said unit.
Very creative.
That's why he's the funniest. That's why he's the top.
Yes.
He chooses his words. I love Katt Williams.
Yes.
I don't want people to think I'm bashing Katt Williams. I just know who Katt Williams is.
Yeah.
I've seen him over the years. I've seen him on screen, and I've watched what he's done when he's not on screen.
Yeah. Very, very gifted with the comedy thing.
And I've heard other comedians talk about him. Katt is phony. Katt will talk about you like a dog. Mm-hmm. And then when he see you, he talking about when he sees Cedric, he gonna punch him in the stomach.
You know what?
For taking his joke.
And Steve and Cedric has gained some weight.
When Katt Williams talking about we ain't never been in the same room. If they put him in the same room with Cedric, he'd be like, "What's up, Sid?
Hey man, what's up?
I thought you was gonna punch me in my stomach, little man. Go on and punch me in my stomach.
Man,
you know I'm selling the show. Why you acting like that?"
But you know what? He was quiet when he was in that other interview with that lady. So was he on something then, or was he on something on this?
Well,
one?
on this one, because they went on Shay's show and said all these things, so he had a foundation to build his jokes.
Oh.
Katt Williams was doing comedy at his best when he was on Club Shay Shay.
Really?
And people who are comedians saw it. Those of you who messy, that's what y'all saw. Y'all saw messy.
Mm.
But those people who are comedians, who are funny, that know comedy, we saw comedy at its best.
Okay.
It was some parts where he was doing
show.
And we saw him promoting his show. There was some parts that was like, Katt. That's hitting a little bit below the belt.
Yeah. Well, you said the Sun thing with Ricky Smiley.
We saw comedy. And they've been going all around all day trying to get comedians to say something. And like Linnell, she said, I ain't saying nothing. Linnell, no.
Yeah.
She's not going to say nothing.
He's promoting his show, y'all.
She loved Katt Williams, and she loved everybody else that he was talking about. Mm-hmm. She ain't going to say nothing. Mm-mm. She going to be like, because I know what it was, y'all.
Okay.
So that's my thing with him. He said something. I said to Steve Harvey, Ricky. He said something. Martin Lawrence.
Steve Harvey
he wasn't really homeless, and Katt Williams was all over the place.
He was really promoting that tour.
He was promoting the tour.
All right, brother man.
Now you said something interesting when we first started talking about this. You said Katt Williams was supposed to be preaching. Katt Williams is running from his call.
Yeah, he like Jonah.
He's Jonah. Katt Williams is supposed to be preaching the word of God.
Evangelizing. Because he got the boldness to do it.
Yes.
He don't care about what nobody say.
Yes.
And you really, really need that.
Yes.
Just to come at somebody and say, look, do you know Jesus?
Yes.
You really need him. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So I thought that was funny.
But I know he's hurting. For me, when they showed that one time when he was just sitting on the ground, like he had just smoked
And according to him, he only does marijuana. Now, that's the other thing.
No, you lying.
Do you know how many people, we'll say allegedly. You know how many people was on Facebook saying, Katt say all he do is marijuana. Yeah, okay.
Katt he got something stronger than
I said, do y'all remember when Katt Williams was fighting that high school boy?
Yes. He was on something. It wasn't no marijuana. What was it?
Katt Williams is funny, but y'all got to stop with this.
They protected him. That's his fans.
You right.
He can't do no wrong in their eyes.
But they can't be stupid, though.
They stupid. He's smart, but
y'all can't be stupid.
He making money off of stupid people.
Just take what it is.
Whatever you say, go.
Take him as a comedian. Comedian.
Katt Williams.
Just take him as a comedian. Some of the stuff he said was probably true. I don't know. I don't know the intricacies of everything. Mm-hmm. But some of the stuff he was saying just wasn't true, y'all. Mm-hmm. So when y'all talk about, like when he just said here, Katt is straight up. No, he's not.
He what?
Straight up. Katt is straight up.
Straight
no,
up
he's
what?
not.
She said, I love Katt.
He's straight up. Like he tells the truth.
No, Wendy.
No.
I think for me, you got to be careful we can't give praise to people like that because they can be on some high and saying something like he did with Ricky Smiley's son. I'm not going to take everything Katt say. Nah. I give him his props.
Yeah.
Because he's promoting his tour.
And he's funny.
And it's going to be lies mixed in with truth, mixed in with whatever his little joke on it. You can't sit there and go, he's telling it like it is.
He said Kevin Hart was a plant.
No.
Kevin Hart is not a plant. Kevin Hart is funny. Now, whether you like Kevin Hart or not is ridiculous. Do I understand why he's going after Kevin Hart? Yeah. Because I felt like Kevin Hart's career was supposed to be Katt Williams.
Really?
Little short black man.
But
That's funny.
they on different.
They are different.
Different journeys.
Kevin is goofy. Kevin is
They're
goofy.
in different lanes.
He's their different lanes.
Mhm.
And Kevin is goofy.
He is goofy.
He's goofy.
Slapstick.
I don't care what nobody say. That, and then he said, only a good comedian, y'all can name jokes. Yes, I can name Kevin Hart jokes. When he said he told his son to go out there and take the garbage out.
Mm-hmm.
And his son went and took the garbage out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was dark. And he's looking up, Kevin Hart is silly.
Mm-hmm.
He said he didn't want to take it out because of raccoons and stuff. Yeah. So he sent his son to do it.
Yeah.
His son come running up the
so you can some comedians.
He closing the door. And he don't want the raccoon to get in, but your son got to get in.
So you remember some there are some comedians that you do remember a joke that they've told.
Yeah.
So
what you have to do
with that one, Katt.
What you have to do as a comedian, in my opinion, unless you have a joke that everybody knows you for, there's nobody that can take it. It's you. Mm-hmm. Then
you deliver it.
In my opinion, it's open season. Anybody can take your job.
Was it Tracy? What's the one that died? The Bebe Kids.
Yes. Nobody can do Bebe Kids.
He is Bebe Kids.
Bernie Mac. Nobody can say him downstairs. Nobody can say milk and cookies. Eddie Murphy. Nobody can say ice cream. Nobody. Nobody. You got a welfare burger. Nobody. Nobody.
Yeah, that's the trademark now.
Katt Williams. Pimp down. Nobody. Nobody.
Peripheral view. Because they don't say
using big words.
Yeah.
Using big words.
Yeah.
And brothers in the hood don't know what you're saying.
Yes.
Katt Williams.
So if you you're doing good if you're a comedian that have there's something that people can identify.
There's a joke that's tied to you. Those to me, and I'm a comedian, are the only jokes, in my opinion, people can't steal.
Thank you.
But you sitting on a stool, doing a car.
You're driving in a car. Every black man drives
I could do that. That's not stealing. But if he would have been like pimped down, then we would have been like, oh, that's Katt Williams.
Or the car stopped and you got to get out.
And push the car.
Cedric didn't say all that.
Nobody does drunk. Richard Pryor.
Uh-huh.
Everything's going to be all right. Put your hand up, officer. Just roll down the window. Everything's going to be all right, officer.
Everything's okay.
Excuse me, he taps on the window. You open the window. You roll the window down.
Yeah.
That's Richard Pryor.
That's why I asked you when he was doing this interview, was he drunk? Was he high?
No, he was regular.
Was he high?
No, he's pitching the show. He's regular.
Okay, so he was himself.
He was himself. He was funny, telling that Cedric looked like a walrus. He was funny.
So he
said Steve had a hairpiece. All of it was funny.
Okay.
It was funny.
Okay.
It was funny.
Got it.
But it went too, in my opinion, you can't do that with the people of today, because people of today are boneheads. Yeah. And they run with everything you say. And if you say anything, they run with it and say, he's telling the truth. He's a truth teller. He's doing this, and this dude doing comedy on y'all. And you know what I love about Shannon? Shannon even knew it was comedy. The way he was responding to him. Oh, why you say that, Katt? Oh, Katt, don't Shannon.
Don't hurt us.
Don't hurt us. Don't hurt us, Katt. Oh, Katt. Oh, Katt,
Man, stop.
He knew what he was doing.
Okay.
For some reason, everybody else that watches stuff don't get it.
They took it hard. And when you told me that he was on that show saying stuff about these comedians, I took it to like, oh, what's going on, Katt?
Right.
But I didn't know he had a tour coming on.
We don't know. I'm assuming.
Okay.
Emerald says, hey, ladies, he is kicking another comedy tour off. Wendy says, I love Katt, he's straight up. Christopher says, hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
So that's our take, my take on Katt Williams. He's brilliant. I think he's smart. He's in my top 10 comedians. And I think that he knew what he was doing. He probably does have a tour coming out or a movie or something. And he knew this would get people talking about it. And it did.
Okay.
And his audience is messy.
And they'll go see him.
So,
go ahead.
Just like you said, Monique. Mm-hmm. Messy. Okay. Epstein.
This list that they got go up.
First of all, Do people even know who Jeffrey Epstein is?
Not really.
Thank you. I think a
Or
lot
do
of
they even
people
care?
talk about this list, and most people don't even know what this is, what they're talking about. Epstein is like a financial advisor guy, and he was a financial guy to celebrities.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Christopher says, yes, Katt is a smart comedian. He is. Brilliant comedian. The fact that he even said on that show, Steve had a unit is brilliant.
Very creative in his
I wouldn't even
vocabulary.
said the word unit. I would have said he had a toupee, he had a wig. The Katt said a unit. I love it. Anyway, which ties back to him having it. He ties so many things. He's such a brilliant comedian. Okay, a unit. He has a unit of people that work with him. He has a unit that takes care of him. He has a unit on his head. He has a unit. I love Katt Williams. Just like I love Dave Chappelle because they take words and they take things, they take you back to stuff and go,
be telling stories.
wow, dude, that's a good joke. I didn't even think to do it that way.
You gotta let when they do their comedy, you gotta marinate.
Listen.
You gotta marinate it. Like what Missy Elliott said, you gotta let it marinate.
Yeah.
Especially
Ricky
Dave
Smiley, Steve Harvey, Cedric, they're a unit. Just like the unit on his head. I love it.
Let that marinate.
Anyway,
go ahead.
Jeffrey Epstein. Okay.